welcome to Queen TV. We are so excited to be here today. I am your co-host, Esther.
And I'm Dr. Arnessa Bennett.
We're just so excited. It's been a while since we've gotten together and just
Yes.
given each other updates. And we have just a great segment for you. And, these conversations, it's really about the day-to-day things that go on in our lives that, we believe that so many women can relate to what we're going through, to the
Yes.
situations that we have going on, and just the amazing things that happen on our day-to-day lives. So welcome to our segment today. We've just got updates, right? Like it's been
Yes.
a month. It feels like longer, Arnessa, by the way. When we don't do this, I feel like, okay, I need to have some conversation with my queen friend and just get in that same feminine vibe. There's nothing like sharing together in that
It is nothing.
feminine essence and the excitement and the thrill and the joy of just, two girlfriends just really talking about the great things in their life.
Well, believe it or not, there were so many times that I wanted to call you, but I know that you were in transition of moving cross country. So I did not want to bother you. I said, okay, when she gets to a point where she's really ready to sit down and chat, she's going to give me a call. And this is it.
This
This
is
is the
it.
call.
This is it. This is it. This is our call. We're pretty much broadcasting our girlfriend calls live and sharing it with you all because it's just exciting things happen in these conversations and insightful, thrilling things going on. So I will share my first update.
Okay.
I am just so excited to be having this conversation from a different state,
Yes.
city. My husband and I have officially transitioned to Dallas, Texas. Woo! We are so excited. We are so
I'm
excited.
excited.
Right. I know you and I are closer together now, right?
Yes.
You are in Arkansas and I'm
Mm-hmm.
in Dallas. We're about how many hours did we
About
say?
5 hours, baby, from
5
my house to your
hours.
house. 5 hours.
Listen,
Sometimes I can do a little quicker if the traffic agrees.
listen, it was, let me tell you, the travel here was a little, we drove, we thankfully had these amazing friends, nothing like a friend that will call you and say, listen, I know you're moving. I will drive for you. I will
Oh,
drive your truck to where
girl.
you need to be because we know that it's a God thing and we want to be part of your blessing. So I'm so grateful for
Girl.
friends that God sends as angels and says,
Oh,
I can do
yes.
this. I can take this off your hands and this is no work for me and I can do it in a day. I can drive straight through. And I said,
Girl.
God, you are just so amazing. So, you
Well,
know,
girl, now right there. Now I told you, I said, now when you go to Dallas, your whole lifestyle is going to change. And
absolutely.
to have someone to drive you from Florida
Yes.
to Dallas,
Yes. Yes.
that's walking in your queendom right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, it's nothing like, and it's kind of like, when you and I met, just to be a part of each other's lives in a blessed way, somebody just wanting to bless your life and just be a part of your
Yes.
life. And so they absolutely helped us and helped us move, helped us do, a lot of things that needed to be done. And we're so grateful. When God says go, we just got to take that leap of faith and
You
just
have
go
to.
and just do without thinking about, I mean, obviously you're going to be wise about it and discerning the times and the seasons, but
Mm-hmm.
truly, truly, God has things prepared for you that you have not even known. The Bible says that eye has not seen, ears have not heard the things that God has prepared for those who love them. And this is what we felt walking into Dallas, Texas. And by the way, you were so right, Arnessa. And it's funny, every time my husband and I go out for dinner or lunch or breakfast or something, restaurants galore.
Yes, good
I
food
believed
too.
you, but I didn't realize like the extent of what you meant. Let me tell
Hmm.
you, this is whole nother level. It reminds me of like kind of being in New York. You can go to a million different restaurants that you pick. But one of the things I love is that this city is kind of like the perfect combination of New York City and Florida. It's like
Hmm.
right in the middle. You get
Hmm.
a little, you get the land area, you get the big city and the restaurants and the excitement and it's and the people are amazing. The
Now,
people are amazing.
have you been to the Highland Park area? That's where the
No,
rich live.
yes,
That's
so I've
where
heard. So
the
I've heard.
oh, you need to just drive around that
Yes,
area.
yes, ma'am.
It will make you think on a whole different level.
I'm sure. I'm sure. It's beautiful. It's a stunning area. Loving my apartment, just been decorating and I'll be posting more pictures on Instagram of just the little areas in my home that, you know, make it special. And I think like this is such a perfect season, even like women out there that just, this is spring season. That we talk about spring cleaning all the
Hmm.
time, right? And this is truly the perfect season if you want to like redecorate your house and you want to,
Yes.
change the atmosphere of what you have and just kind of feel like you're in a new place. You absolutely can. And
Yes.
what I found, Arnessa, I was at Home Goods yesterday, one of
Oh
like
my
my
goodness.
favorite stores. It's been like Home Goods every weekend for the past month.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, I can't do anymore. I need a little break.
Oh my
But
goodness. Look, you gotta start blogging.
oh, I'm telling you. Well, one of the cute things I found was they have like these little knobs. They have like cabinet knobs or door knobs.
Hmm.
And if you want to upgrade like any piece of your furniture, like let's say your dresser, right? If
Hmm.
you have kind
Hmm.
of an older dresser and you really don't want to really buy a new one, listen, they have these beautiful little knobs for like $10 for the pack of like four. They're
Hmm.
sparkly, they're gorgeous, they're beautiful. You
The
can find all different
crystals.
kinds. The
Hmm.
crystal ones. And I said, "Oh my goodness, these are a must buy to just upgrade." I
Hmm.
don't want to, buy a whole new dresser, but I can definitely upgrade my dresser. So that's just a little queen tip on
Yes.
reorganizing and restyling your house in a way that is budget friendly and still luxurious and beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
So, what?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
you know how we're always talking about, dieting and trying to eat right. Well, I don't know if I talked about this. Our mayor has paid for every employee of the city of North Little Rock. If they want to get on Weight Watchers, he's going to foot the bill. So I started Weight Watchers, and it's been a month, and I'm 6 pounds down, which is good because I'm averaging, about two, almost two a week. But I really feel good. It's something that I you know what? I have been a full size woman for a good while. But when you actually write down everything you put in your mouth and
Wow.
what it's made of, and it just like I'm like, no wonder I'm a big girl. All these sauces and hidden sugars and salt, and so I am feeling better. I'm breathing better. Uh, I'm losing inches, but it is really something. And we have been on low carb, and when you're on the low carb, you can't really eat a lot of fruit. So now I'm eating more fruits and vegetables and seafoods, turkey and chicken, because those are all free points.
Yes.
I mean, you can eat as much as that. Well, not as much as that, but you can eat that and you don't have to worry about counting it.
Okay.
So I'm just falling in love with fruits and vegetables again.
Wow.
And it's just wonderful. And I had a checkup the other day. Everything they have like a standard. I'm in all of my standards. Now on my sugar, I was just like 4 points, but I think it's because I ate some candy the night before.
Okay.
It was the chocolate covered almonds. And even on Weight Watchers, you can have those because you got to count them out. And girl, you had to count them out, but you count your points. But I'm thinking because I ate those the night before that might have shown that little, because it's just 4 points, so I can get them little 4 points down. And then vitamin D. I was a little short on my vitamin D, and I take a vitamin D, so I'm
Oh,
gonna have to take a little
wow.
more. And then Larry said, "Well, also you need to get out in the sunshine." And normally I don't do a lot outside, but I have done a little gardening, but usually I do it on the days that are cloudy. But it just, I'm really enjoying Weight Watchers. And I'm in the blue column if anybody's doing Weight Watchers, because it's green, blue, and purple, I believe. So I
Okay.
am a blue. So I get like 26 points a day. But if
Wow.
you manage it, you can eat good on those 26 points.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, congratulations. There's nothing more amazing than to really be able to say, look, this is what I am setting my mind to do. I do remember a month ago we had that conversation.
Hmm.
And to hear 4 weeks later, you're at 6 pounds down. My
Yes.
friend, congratulations. Like, kudos to you.
And
That's
that's
amazing.
without even exercising. I'm gonna start now. I'm gonna start incorporating.
Wow.
The weather is better, even though it's
Sure.
gonna get cold in the next couple of days. But I'm gonna start doing more walking, so
Oh,
that's gonna help also.
that is awesome. That is awesome. Well, I've also been I wasn't, I was for a couple weeks, during moving time, it was like my diet went like, forget it, out the window. But I've been back on and I've been doing a lot better. I feel like the change of atmosphere has also just helped me to eat better and, focusing on the veggies, focusing on the fruits. I've got a Whole Foods like 5 minutes away. I said, Lord, that is perfect. So getting all my organic fruits and vegetables like really has been able to help. I've been incorporating spinach and I have to have my eggs every morning for breakfast.
Oh,
So
yes. Now
yeah.
eggs are free, so I have
Oh,
my
they
eggs.
are.
Eggs
That's
are
great to
free,
know.
and then I got a light wheat bread, which is only 1 point per slice, so I can live with that. I
Hey,
can have two people.
which bread do you do?
Oh, it's called natural something light wheat bread. It's natural
Okay.
something. But
Because on the plan that I'm on, they only let us have the Sara Lee 45 calorie wheat bread.
that's what this is. It's either 45 or 40.
Right. Oh, it's probably the same one. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I get one slice of that. But yes, spinach. I've been making scrambled eggs with spinach and the cherry tomatoes.
Look, I eat those cherry tomatoes for snacks.
Right? They are phenomenal. And I love it in the eggs. It really gives it the tarty taste with the
Mm-hmm.
spinach and the eggs. It's just a perfect combination.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that for breakfast. And then in the afternoon, we're like obsessed with yogurt bowls.
Mm.
Have fat-free Greek yogurt.
Yep. I had some of
I
that.
have this, if I can, well, I can't get up and my kitchen's on the other side, but this phenomenal combination of chia seeds, hemp seeds, and coconut flakes. I buy them
Oh,
separately, but I combine them in a canister, and I put one big scoop of that on there, and then add fresh blueberries and strawberries. Oh my goodness! My husband's like, I've never had anything so tasty. He's like obsessed with these seeds. He's like, I don't even know what you put in here, but just give it all to me.
so is he losing weight also? Because I know he's been coming. He's been
He
doing some of the same things that you
he's
do.
definitely getting there. Yes, he's
Okay,
definitely getting
good.
there. And I've been taking these supplements, like all natural supplements as well that has been helping me. I've lost not so much on the pounds, but inches. I can tell so clearly I've lost a lot of inches. And so I do my juice every morning. I
I
started
can
on that.
I can tell. I can tell on your face.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's compliments. So yeah, I've been doing my juice and then these supplements, they're like a fat fighter and a carb inhibitor. And so that's been helping a lot as well. So yeah,
Let me tell you a
I'm a
little
distributor on that, by the way, too, if anyone's interested.
let me tell you a little secret I learned with my eggs, because I can't use butter. But if you use the butter flavored pan, spray your pan and make your egg like your scrambled
Yeah.
eggs, it tastes like butter is in it,
Oh
but you have
wow.
no calories. Because I
Okay.
tried it first with the I can't believe it's not butter spray,
Yeah.
and they just weren't tasting rich.
Yeah.
But that Pam with the butter flavor, and you spray
Ham
your
with
pan
butter
and do
flavor.
your
Okay.
eggs in that.
Perfect.
Oh,
I will
you can tell,
definitely
you can
try that
tell. Yeah,
because
try.
every
Oh
time
my
I put
goodness.
the butter on there, I'm just like, I
Nah,
try to
nah.
use just a little bit, enough to, but still it's a
This,
waste of calorie. It's a waste of fat. It's
well,
like
for me, it would be a
no
point.
reason.
One stick, one little thing of butter is a
It's
point.
not worth it. Use a point
Mm-mm,
for something
mm-mm.
else. Yeah. Okay.
So butter flavored
Thank you.
Pam.
Thank you. All right,
Eh,
ladies, you hear that? Butter flavored Pam
Pam.
on
Mm-hmm.
your nonstick pan when you're gonna do eggs. That's a great idea. Well,
Yes.
adding that to my shopping list. I'll let Alexa
Yes.
know. But by the
Now,
way, speaking of that, Alexa has been my very best friend in shopping lately.
oh yeah.
I had her put away for a little while, and now every time I'm doing something, I'm like, Alexa, add Pam to my shopping list.
What did she
And she
say?
does. She says, I added Pam to your shopping list.
All right now.
She's so cool. So she helps me with my shopping list, and that really helps to keep me like on track and making sure. And since she's connected to Whole Foods and all that, so everything I open up is already on there.
So is your shopping list on your iPad? Is it on your phone? I mean, how
It
does
is
she put it
on
on
my
your list?
phone, but it's also on my Whole Foods app.
Oh,
So she
okay.
adds it automatically to my Whole Foods shopping list.
Okay.
And so when I go there and I just open it up, it's already in there, which is like so perfect.
Very
I
good.
feel like that's one of the things that gets me sometimes. Like I run out of something here, and then I'm in the supermarket and I'm like, oh, what am I missing? What did I run out of? So I love that I can just. She's like my personal assistant lately.
Next level. Next level.
Listen, she's so efficient. She will add things. I don't need to be doing too much of that, but Whole Foods absolutely works. So
Very
gotta
good.
add her in there.
I like that.
So
Now we got to talk about the elephant that's in the room. COVID shots. I got my COVID shot. Now, there's a lot of people, they got the pros and cons. Because I have never taken a flu shot. I tell you,
wow,
never, ever, 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 ever.
wow.
But because I started this new job and I'm around so many different people, even with the mask on, I thought it would be a good idea. Plus, I'm of a certain age. And I
Certain
said,
age. Who?
yeah.
Who's a certain age? I don't know what you're talking about.
Look,
You
look,
mean your 25-year-old self?
yeah, in my mind, I'm 39.
Got it,
But on
got
the
it.
birth
Okay.
certificate, it says 61. But
I don't know, but okay. If you're going by that, sure, I get it. I get it.
well, I thought, if I was just where I was more isolated, I
Sure.
probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But because we're around a lot of people.
Yes.
So I went on and got it, and I did good. Now with the second one, I just felt real sleepy on that. I don't know if I hadn't got enough sleep the night before, but when I
Okay.
got that shot, and then I went to work, and I was sitting in my office, and it was like all of a sudden I just got so sleepy. And one of my coworkers said, "Dr. Bennett, you all right?" I said, "Yeah, I just feel kind of sleepy." He's like, "You need me to call your husband?" I said, "No." I said, "Just let me sit here for a while." But then after a while, I was fine. We walked over. We had a meeting at our arena, which is like a couple of blocks. So, and that's another thing, reason why I'm on Weight Watchers. Whenever we have a meeting, if it's in the vicinity, everybody said, "Let's just walk to the meeting. Let's walk to the
That's
meeting."
good.
I'm like, and they be walking
Wow.
fast. I'm like,
And
okay, keep up.
you're taking stairs also. So that's
Stairs.
helping you. How are those stairs coming along? Are
Oh,
they a little better?
they're a lot better. I can't talk
Awesome.
when I get to the top. Because at first I was like, wait,
That's good. I think that's a really great gauge. And I think everyone should have a kind of gauge,
yes,
that will be able to like determine how your health is going and everything.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
yes. But I mean, I'm walking a lot. I mean,
Wow.
so which is good because that's just helping me with my steps. Because I have a
Sure.
Fitbit, and so now I'm averaging almost 10,000 a day of
That's
steps because
good.
just going
That's
here and
really,
there.
really good.
Because things are starting to open up. People are having more meetings.
Sure.
Even if we go to lunch, like, okay, let's go down the street. So we'll walk 2 or 3 blocks down the street to the restaurant. So I'm getting the steps in.
And every little bit count, just like calories in the same way that like everything you eat counts, every
Yes,
physical activity counts as well. And you don't realize it, right? But
exactly.
everything counts, everything that you do. And I think that's amazing. So, which means that nothing is too little, right? Which means that
Nothing.
any little bit of like physical activity you can do will definitely count towards your health journey.
And I have some weights, and I've been doing the weights and doing little stuff with the
Yeah,
weights. So that also, because I want to be able to, how you see older people when they fall, they can't pick themselves up. I want to
sure.
be strong enough where if I do fall or if I just get on the floor to get something from under the couch, I can get up.
Of course. Of course.
So I'm trying to get my body. Plus, it helps with your arms,
Mhm.
tightening those up. So I just want to be in the best health that I possibly can because I'm living to be 100. So I
Amen.
want to be in good health,
At least, easy,
at
easy.
least 100. So I want to look good and feel good. Because I was telling one of the young ladies who works in the office, and she was like, "Miss Dr. Bennett, I can't believe you're your age." I said, "Honey, I'm gonna look like this when I'm 100." She said, "I
Amen.
bet you will." I said, "I am. That's
Amen.
that's what I'm planning for." I remember Joel Osteen said, people are always planning to get sick or planning to get decrepit. And he
Ooh,
said, I'm planning for good health. That's what I'm planning for.
that's so good.
So a lot of people, when they talk about, oh, well, when you this age, you're supposed to do this.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. No, not me. That's your confession. Okay, but that's not my
I
confession.
love that. I love that. I love that. And our mind, I was reading something about the mind the other day, and it was saying that when you speak something, first of all, your mind, the first voice that it will believe is your own.
Yes,
That's alone is groundbreaking. Meaning the voice inside your head is the one that your mind will believe the most. Second of all, it doesn't know the difference between like something that's like truth. I mean, we do have our conscience and we know the difference between right and wrong.
mm-hmm,
However,
mm-hmm.
speaking something, um, it it doesn't know the difference. Like it will take it as truth. So by
Yes,
you saying, I am living to be 100, at least 100 years old, your mind will literally begin to work that in a
Yes.
way that it's the truth.
Yes.
It'll take it at truth. And so it'll begin to function in a way and will provoke and incite even your actions to become different so they can align to
Exactly.
fulfill that thing that you said. That's
Exactly.
powerful. That is powerful. You know, if you haven't read the book by Caroline Leaf, you know, ladies out there, it's called Switch Your Brain, and it's a phenomenal book. She is a neuro scientist, and she's a
Mhm.
Christian, and it's a phenomenal book on the brain and how our thoughts are incredibly powerful. And she's been known to help even young kids reverse signs of autism and different brain deficiencies and different things, like literally reverse any brain damage, teaching them how to cognitively, you know, change the thoughts.
Yes.
It's a phenomenal, groundbreaking book. So yeah, absolutely. I love that. I
I
love
mean,
that.
and you're right. It's important. That's why whenever I know people, they go like, okay, here she Miss Positive. But when people say stuff like, oh, I could just die, or it's to die for. No,
No,
nothing is to
no.
die for. Or oh, I'm so stupid. You know how people say, oh, I'm just so stupid. I have one girl and she's always, oh, I'm just so stupid. No, you're not. Stop saying that. You're not
Exactly.
stupid.
And
You're
it's a
very
habit,
intelligent.
and it's a bad
Yes.
habit. Yeah.
So it's like I tried now because part of my when I was working on my doctoral papers, part of that was on the mind and how it creates your world. And
Love
and whenever I think what I have learned to do is just not talk to be talking. You know how some people just talk? Because
glad.
sometimes when you just talk to be talking, you're going to say stuff that really is not good for you,
Yes.
even though you're just kidding. Because people always say, oh, what would you say? Well, why did you say, oh, I was just kidding. I was just making conversation. Your words have power, and your words create your world. So don't say anything that you're not wanting to agree with.
Mhm.
Because I know this one lady, she was
So hold on. Don't say anything you're not willing to agree with. I love that.
right.
I love that.
And you're not willing for it to happen. Like people say, oh, I know if I do this, I'm just gonna be broke. Okay,
Mm,
that means that you're planning to be broke. Who wants to plan to be broke?
right.
So it's just so important to watch your words. And
Yes.
people say, "Oh, that's so hard." Well, no, it's not hard. If it's not something that's going to be fun, it's not going to be creative or productive. Why even talk about it? The
Absolutely.
the stuff we talk about
I love that.
is always something we glean from each other. We're
Yes.
always sharpening each other. You know, you say things to help me. I say things to help you. It's a beautiful thing. We're not on here talking about, well, girl, did you see what she was wearing? And okay, come on.
Thank you.
Who
Thank
has
you.
time for that?
Thank you. Pettiness. It doesn't edify. You know, what's one of my biggest pet peeves, and I hear this a lot when I talk to people. Like, look, I know we are busy women, not only busy, I don't even use the word busy. We are women that are productive and are, you know, doing just great things in our life. Busyness doesn't mean much. But there are people that I get on the phone with, they're like, oh, I'm so tired. It's like the first thing that they'll say, that they'll come out of their mouth is like, I'm so tired. It's like, I don't want to hear how tired you are. You will, I mean, I've got to be, I don't know, like maybe once a year you'll hear me say that. I have to be like epically, you know, but not even. I just, you know why? Because it's a very draining, you're thinking about yourself. It's a very draining thing for the other person. Every time somebody tells me how tired they are, it like sucks the life out of me. You know, it's just like, don't come and suck out my energy. Like, don't be zapping me, you know? Don't tell me how tired we are. Listen, we're all tired. We're all busy, productive women that are, you know, that's irrelevant. And
Yes.
here's what I've learned when it comes to that. Sometimes saying that makes you feel good about having accomplished something in life. And so sometimes you just need validation. That's what I've found, that women that say that is women needing to be validated on the hard work that they've done.
Mm.
And I get it, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's just like when a mom just sits and is like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted. It's more than just tiredness. She's saying, maybe I don't feel appreciated, or I need someone to just hear me out. I need,
Mm.
and I think we've got to be careful to say what we mean and mean what we say. What are you really trying to say with your language? Like, don't just say I'm tired. And I've got, powerful women, and doing great things coming and just like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to hear that. Like,
Well, you know what? It's funny you should say that, because that has me thinking. Because normally when I'm tired, I just know it's time for me to take a little nap.
hmm,
It's time for me to rest myself, my mind, my body, my soul. Because we all, especially in the fast-paced world we live in, I guess instead of me articulating that I'm tired, I'll just say, I'm gonna take a little nap. Or because
mhm.
sometimes, oh, even on the weekends with my husband, we're going here, he want me to go with him, and I gotta do my other little stuff, and that. So between our things, he knows, hey, I'm gonna go take a little nap. And that's the way for me to kind of
Yeah.
recharge, I guess, recharge my batteries, or just kind of get in the right frame of mind for the next thing that we're gonna be getting ready to do.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like don't be genuine with your friends. I'm not saying like don't ever say that with the people that you love and are around you. Like it's just, I
Don't
think,
let that be the thing that you're known for.
yeah, yeah, like
Okay, here comes
you're
Joan. We know
too
she's gonna tell me how
tired.
tired she
Yeah,
is.
it's like I'm like, okay,
What else you got?
right, exactly, like anyway, but that's like a huge pet peeve. That's like a huge one for me. And so I think as women, like, I love us getting on the phone and getting on these on our Zooms, because it's not that we're not ever going to be tired, and yes, we can be real with each other, but it's more about the thrill of life, the joy, the beauty, the excitement, the wonderful positive things happening, rather than focusing on like I've got to be going through something really bad to feel drained,
Yeah,
and I'll talk about it when I need to talk about it, but otherwise, like, that's not my focus, and it's about, I guess, what we choose to focus on.
right. That's it right there. If you choose to focus on how tired you are, you're gonna continue to be more tired. It's
Exactly.
almost like building a fire. The more wood you put on, it's getting
Yes,
bigger. It's
so
gonna
true.
get bigger.
It's so true.
But if
It's so true.
if you know it, and you just say, okay, I know how I'm feeling. But that's the thing about us being women and our femininity. If you're tired, do what you need to do to get yourself right.
Mm,
And for me, that's taking a nap.
mm.
If I know it,
Yeah.
and I don't even have to go to sleep, I can just get in a quiet place, put my feet up. I could be, because I love to sit. I love to sit up and take a nap, especially if I've eaten. Because sometimes when you eat, you get
That's the
sleepy.
best nap.
So I'll just sit on the couch and put my feet on the ottoman, and I'll just lay my head back. But I'm still sitting up. I don't feel as guilty. But we as women, that's we need to know how to treat ourselves. Because
Yes,
I think when we know how to treat ourselves, we'll know what we need. So
I
if
love
we're
that.
feeling tired, You need to know, okay, it's time for me to do whatever it is
Mhm.
for you. I know for me it's a nap.
It's
Girl,
true.
you let me get about an hour's nap. And then when I wake up, brush my teeth
Yeah.
and put some lipstick on, and then okay, where we gotta go next, and I'm good. And then later on, when I'm especially of an evening thing, let me give me a little cup of coffee. That's something like
Yes, that right
luxurious for me.
there.
And we,
That
we
right
go to
there.
dinner. They're like, okay, what do you want to drink? Uh, I like a good cup of coffee. Because if you say a good cup of coffee, they'll make a fresh pot.
Yes. Good trick. I love that. Yes.
So they could get me on through the rest of the evening.
You know, I'm loving this conversation, by the way. This just like tantalizes my senses because everything that you said, when we have a self-care plan, I think the woman that is not taking care of herself will bring it as a burden to another woman
Mm-hmm.
because she's not doing anything about it.
Right.
If I'm tired, but I already have a plan, I don't have a need to tell you how tired I am. It's not
Mm-mm.
about me being tired. It's about you're dumping your need on the other person and you're not doing anything about it. You're just complaining. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
action
You're
plan.
complaining without having a plan. And that
Mm-hmm.
creates a burden on somebody else because you
Mm-hmm.
don't even want help for it. You're just complaining,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I could go tell you, well, what are you going to do about it, right? And you're going to be
Mm-hmm.
so happy with me because you realize then you're just complaining.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a plan, when you know like what you need to do for yourself, allow yourself, give yourself permission to take care of
Yes.
yourself. I mean, I get that you're probably the mom of maybe 4 kids and maybe you're a single mom and maybe
Mm-hmm.
you can't take a nap. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I get how that
Well,
could be a little hard.
let me tell you about that. When I was growing up, my grandmother, we grew up on naps. And what if it was a little one, she would lay them beside her. And there's something about them laying beside you, they gonna go to sleep.
Wow.
As we got older, it was like lay down, go to sleep. And if you don't go to sleep, you just gotta be quiet. So
I love that.
we grew
Yeah.
up taking
So
naps.
everyone took a nap.
Hmm.
Yeah. You know, as a little kid, I never did naps. It wasn't until like my teenage years when I went to live to Ecuador. The lifestyle there, they do siestas in the afternoon,
Hmm.
right? Like school will start at like I don't know, 6:30 in the morning and end at like 12 o'clock. That's the
Oh.
time of school. You're not done at 2. You're done
Uh-huh.
at lunchtime. Everyone goes
Oh.
home. The meals are already cooked, like big meals. I'm telling you, like they're like dinner meals for lunch. The bowl of hot steaming soup in 100-degree weather. Like this is Ecuador, right? The steam just
I
coming
must be
out.
Ecuadorian because I
And
can eat some soup in the
you're
evening.
in no, you're amazing. Okay, we've got to go to Ecuadorian restaurant. Like when you come here, I'm gonna try and find one. Amazing soup, and then you have your big meat, like your rice and beans with steak. Like that's your meal, right?
Uh-huh.
So by the end of your meal, you're like super full. Everyone, businesses shut down because everyone's having lunch and everyone takes a nap. Like, it's like the city closes
I'm
down.
Ecuadorian.
You're you know, and it what a change of lifestyle. So my naps were from like 1 o'clock to like 3. I need long naps. I can't do 15-minute nap. I feel very exhausted after 15 minutes.
I need at least an hour.
Yeah. Even an
Hmm.
hour for me feels just very, I need 2 hours and I could do
Okay.
3 at a nap. And I don't, I don't,
That's
I
going to
don't do
sleep.
them for that reason because that's like a whole sleeping session. I haven't learned how to do like little naps yet. However, but that's when I started understanding like, wow, so after that meal, like you're up at 3 and then you start doing homework and all
Hmm.
that, good stuff. But yes, like we learn, I think it's learning the new habits, learning a new self-care plan, right? Like how to take
Yes.
care of us as women,
Right.
especially after everything that we've been through in this pandemic in our country. Like, just
Hmm.
so much happening. I think we've got to step it up. We've got to learn to like take care of us.
I've noticed now that I'm getting out more at night, I like to take a bubble bath because in the world that we live in now, we're hearing about so much terrible stuff happening.
Yeah.
Mass shootings, trials. Just so much bad. But in the evening, if I could take me a bubble bath, have a nice like I just got they had the candles on sale. Uh,
I just got one
so
too.
look, I got four of my favorite ones, and oh, girl, look, I just finished up the one that you gave me about a
You
month
did.
ago.
Did
Oh
you
my
love
god,
it?
I loved it. I loved it.
Hey, you could use the container
Oh,
again. You know
oh,
that, right?
oh, oh yeah,
Oh,
oh
that's
yeah.
awesome. I've got my teas in there in the kitchen, but go ahead. Yes.
But I have some the bubbles. I have my candle.
Candles.
Sometimes a little jazz. Sometimes it might be a motivational, like somebody talking like a book.
Yeah.
Um, I can listen to that, especially like I'm listening to a book about it's about your words. Your word, your words are your golden wand, are your one. Anyway, it's talking about how your words. It's
Yeah.
funny you should say that today, but I'll listen to something that is like somebody reading a book to me while I'm in the bath,
I love
and
that.
that just takes me into a whole nother world where I can just erase all the bad things that are happening in the
Mm,
world, and that's how I'm able to just go to sleep
love
at
that.
night. I'm clean from the germs. I'm clean from all the craziness that's going on outside of my home, and I can just because your house should be your sanctuary.
Yes. That's
It
my
it should be,
language, my sister. Yes, for
girl.
sure.
It should be when you close them doors. It's just
Absolutely.
happiness and love, and
I
just
love that.
all the good things in life.
I love that. I love that. Absolutely. It's always such a joy just to have these conversations, Arnessa, because it just confirms, it continues to ignite. You're talking about the fire earlier, and I think, this friendship is kind of like that kindling fire that we get to add new coals and just continue to ignite our lives with positivity, with joy, with encouragement, with
Yes,
motivation and wisdom, and just so many beautiful things. So,
so many
I really hope that our viewers, get to feel and we get to share. We really just want to share our joy, share our love
yes,
with the women out there watching who follow us. And thank you, by the way, if you're following our channels. We love you. And drop us a note. Feel free to drop us a comment, ask us a question, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. If there anything that you want to hear more about, then absolutely you can send us an email or comment on one of our YouTube videos. But anything else, Arnessa,
Well,
that you
I just wanted to say this that I had a dream. It's been a while. It's been a while. But we were doing a show together, and we had people
have?
filming, and I don't know if we were just on somebody's show together or if we were doing our own show, but we were side by side and we were talking. So I just see us somebody somewhere is gonna see these two ladies and go
Listen,
like, hey, they got a good
listen.
chemistry. Either they want to interview us on how we met and got together, or we were doing the show. I can tell what it was. I just knew we were side by side and we were talking, and I could see the cameras, like real cameras. We were talking in front of us. So
I know that. I
I don't know
received
how.
that and I believe that because that's initially what I felt from the very, very beginning.
Well, good.
So, you know, these are sacred spaces for us. And, you know, we just love to share with women and have women be a
Yes.
part of this conversation. And I know it's going to grow.
Yes.
So, if nothing else, my dear, we just want to thank our viewers for today. Thank you, Queens, for just being a part of our lives and watching with
Yes.
us. We love you, and we just can't wait to be a part of your spaces once again. Continue to like and share and comment. We love you and can't wait to see you again.
Be blessed to live your dreams.